Starting. Okay, we are streaming. So once I start this broadcast, like I can't
Mhm.
change like tabs. Like I can't tab out because basically like if I change to my OBS settings or change the Discord, anybody
Yep.
that's watching is gonna see that. So once
Okay.
I start the stream, I'm gonna go straight to his shit and I'm gonna start it.
So
So
what I'd say is, I mean, I want us to practice which roles we have in this because I really don't care either way. If somebody's the announcer, somebody's the Tom Brady.
no, you definitely need to
But
lead this whole thing, dude, for sure.
okay, you were. I thought you didn't. I thought you're pretty adamant that you should lead it.
I was more so like when you had said that, I was thinking that like, okay, yeah, you're gonna be the guy with all the knowledge and all that stuff, and I'll just
Oh,
kind of like, you can feed off me. What's the matter?
We want you
Joe,
you
give
can
me
go.
like
Yeah, you're good.
2 minutes, if that. Give me right. I'll be right
You're
back.
good, man. Take your time. Take your time.
God damn, man.
Hey,
All
you
right,
good?
yeah. They want. Just my daughter's watching The Masked Singer, and she wants to show me who the unveiling is. She doesn't
Who
know.
was it?
Tone Loc, which she had no idea who it was.
Oh, I don't know who that is either.
Um, he's like a '90s, '80s rapper. So if you
Okay.
heard him and heard his voice, you'd be like, "Oh, I remember that guy."
Okay.
Let's see. So I'm at okay. So I have this. I have his stream up. I'm at 0 seconds. I started it from the beginning. Do you want to start it from the beginning and just go from there?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Okay,
So
we're good.
I'm
Yep.
gonna play it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Played.
We're about 20 miles from the Gulf
Yeah,
of
Mass Singer's
Mexico
good. That's
at
a
Raymond
good
James
call. I like it.
Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, here we go.
A terrific
Third
matchup
meeting, the
to decide
trilogy
who
between the
represents
Buccaneers and the
NFC
Saints. Bucks have had
in
the
the
Saints
Super Bowl.
number throughout the regular
It's the New
season at
Orleans
various
Saints
points throughout the previous two
and the
seasons.
Tampa Bay
Is
Buccaneers
time for Josh
on
Allen to
Sunday
fix
Night
the woes
Prime
of the New Orleans Saints? We're about to find out here as we have the NFC Championship game kicking off tonight. Of course, they'll be facing likely a loss in the Super Bowl to Josh, given how dominant he has been this season, but looking forward to seeing who ends up being the runner-up in the Season 3 TBA matchup here as the Saints return to the 25-yard line, and we are off and running, Ron. I'm very excited for this matchup.
Yeah. Can you hear yourself? It's like I could hear you, but the game volume is like way louder. Like his game volume.
So I have the
is way
game.
louder.
I have the game muted
You have the game muted. Okay.
because we don't need to listen to the sound, right?
Correct. But I'm wondering if I'm streaming this to the rest of the league, are they going to hear what I just heard?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, you can listen to your stream right now, right? Like, you could probably, yeah.
I think the resolution to this would just Saints needs to turn his ambience
Yeah,
down,
just
correct? Because
down.
what
Yep,
like
I would say
because like
50%.
Juice is like playing on. You can hear the guys running on the turf and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna mute this instead. Okay.
Okay. You haven't paused anything, right? We're just watching them just going live.
Yeah, so I haven't paused it. I've kept it live.
Okay.
We're at 1st and 10 on the 36.
Perfect. Yep, that's exactly what we need to be. Good. That's where I'm at too. Because this is good practice as well. Let me know when you're ready. Let's jump into this and see if we can do like a little bit of announcing and figure out what works.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready. 1st and
All right,
10,
well,
3rd and 6.
Let's do it after this play is done. So we'll start. We'll kind of kick things off with second down or whatever this ends up being. So we'll just watch the action here.
Saints uniforms are pretty tight. The all whites like that.
Yeah, I do like it.
I do
yeah,
like the
I do
helmet.
like
I think the helmet kind of
Yeah.
plays well.
All right, so we kick things off here. All right, 2nd and 6. This drive has been, I think, a good start here for the Saints, marching down the field. Of course, capitalizing on a few quick throws to get into field goal range at least. Again, that return to 25-yard line already had the Saints in a pretty good spot. I had no issue or no concerns about the Saints offense in this game. It was going to be a matter of who ends up having the ball last, it felt like, as these NFC South games often have been. But we'll have to see here with a scoring possession in sight. Josh Allen, 2nd and 6. Making some audible calls, like they're going to have some motion, as we have seen a lot of teams in TBA sniff out. Is it man coverage? What are we looking at here? And we'll have to find out as Josh Allen drops back here on the throw to Devin Culp. Oh, no, it's a fake instead. And we'll probably end up making a quick check down, and it will set up an early 3rd and 3, Ron.
Yeah, most of the time I think what we see here is people hitting the motion man right away, especially if they're in man, because those defenders will get all jammed up there. But you could see nobody followed him, so he's in zone, and he kind of just took his time and dumped it out to that motion man rather than taking the big shot.
Double streak is going to be very interesting. You're going to have R1 triangle there. Looks like the crosser man not there, and a dropped interception opportunity. 4th and 3 for the Saints, but my goodness, that could have been a bigger play for Juice.
He was going to the house with that one, but you shouldn't have ate that popcorn, I guess.
No, he shouldn't have screwed me on a 63-yard field goal to win the game. I mean, that's just Madden paying him back one game later, as the Saints appear to be going for this fourth. This is the right call, right? Because when you know that you got lucky, you should have been able to the forfeit the possession. Madden gods are in your hands. I think you're trying to convert this on a 4th and 3. We'll have to see what Josh Allen does. Very popular play with that split out wide there. I think that speed route typically is very interesting if you're looking that way. Not open though. The crossing route is, and Josh Allen completes it. First down and nearly a touchdown.
He wasn't in there? Oh, man. Yeah, he might have been in there almost.
First and goal, obviously a great spot for Josh Allen. The Saints will capitalize on Madden absolutely butt-fucking juice in this instance. Potentially, I guess. To see.
Yeah, you got to watch the QB sneak here inside the 5, especially with a quarterback like Josh Allen.
As we see him drop back to pass, oh my goodness, the ball is up in the air once more, incomplete, falls down harmlessly to the ground. 2nd and 2. No interest in running the ball. You mentioned, I agree with Josh Allen, that you think you want the QB sneak. Maybe from the 2, it's going to have to take 4 QB sneaks to get there. But yeah, I mean, there you go. The stop routes have been an option that I think a lot of people have opted for in the red zone. I think it's quality play when that ends up happening, but Buccaneers holding strong, at least on 2nd down. We'll have to see if this motion route ends up revealing anything from Juice's game plan. Of course, we know Juice throws about 57 different audibles and man coverage things out there, and that is a shutdown run on 3rd down for the Saints.
Yeah, I think one thing with these guys playing each other twice a year, I'm sure these guys have seen multiple looks with each other, especially inside the red zone. So, I mean, I expect it to maybe even go to a 4th down here.
Well, why not? You're already playing with house money when there should have been a pick 6, at least an interception, ends up being a drop play, and then Saints converts on that 4th down. Well, here you go, 3rd and 2. And again, another little bit of that cheeky return route option. We'll have to see if that's the choice or if it's a drag. And again, the drags have been the catalyst for a lot of this. Instead, it is that return route for a touchdown. Saints are on the board, capitalize on their first possession. They are 7-0.
What are you at right now? Seconds wise, I just kicked the
644.
PAT. 640.
Okay, the
yeah,
PAT just got kicked for me.
Yeah, so I think I would have been noticing I'm a little bit like maybe 4 seconds in front of you.
Okay, but that's perfect with you being the reactionary person to this.
Correct.
Yeah, I think that actually sets you up really well for that.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if they're watching your stream, they're watching that 4 seconds ahead.
Yeah, I think maybe we just are like off from like, okay, starting it right at the same time. Like, again, I think when he is streaming it live, we will be pretty much synced up completely.
Synced up. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta imagine, me and you probably didn't click at the exact same time, and because like when he scored the touchdown, like it was probably 2 seconds, and you were like, okay, and then there's a touchdown. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Do you wanna try doing what I was doing, and I work off you? I'm the Tom Brady. I mean, I think that's why we should practice this right now. Do you want to try it?
Not really, dude. Not really. I don't think that
Okay.
I'm gonna be able to. I don't.
Ad-lib?
Yeah, I mean, you're doing a really great job, and all I need to do is make sure that this stream is fine. And when you need me to come in, or I need to say a little comment, I can do that.
Yeah, and you're hearing when I'm leaving that opportunity for you, right?
Correct.
Like,
yeah,
that's the most important.
Correct.
Okay, good.
And I don't need you to be like, "What do you think, Ron?" Or Ron this, or like I'll get it. Like I'll let you talk and I'll let you play.
It's natural for me to just to like say the person's name as well. So like I won't do it every time, but like I think that's the easiest way for me to transition to make sure that the conversation goes to you. We're always taught not to leave open air, so I feel like I'm like, okay. My co-host on the Friday show just always interrupts me just all the time, which is fine. I'm used to that now after 4 years. But like when I'm working normally with somebody, they don't do that. So it's important that I kind of like.
So if I do happen to interrupt you, it won't be like me interrupting and start talking. It'll most likely be like a reaction or something like a 1-word thing. So like.
Yep.
If you do hear me start saying something, don't feel like you have to stop, because I don't want you to stop and then like me only say like, holy shit, and then like you stop and then no one talks for 2 seconds,
No, it'll I can always talk through that. That's gonna be fine. Okay, so we have the rolls down. I think we're cool with that. The other thing I was gonna say, I won't be able to do this live. I think you can, but you'll have to have the piece of paper because we can't have the tabs. But keeping track of the prop bets, that's something I wish that Snipes would do and doesn't. And I think that we can theoretically be able to do a decent enough job, especially with the two of us kind of being on top of that.
Yeah, so I can keep track of that. I'll because with you kind of leading the way, I think it's better for me to be the guy with the paper on the bets.
Yeah.
And then so like
Mhm.
when we have a turnover, or we have like a defensive touchdown or a touchdown in
It's like
general,
the 30-yard play or whatever.
yeah,
for the receiver,
we
yeah.
can
Mhm.
go, oh, Ron, was that part of the whatever, or I can
Yeah.
come in and be like, there's a 30-yard play we need, whatever,
Yes,
that
yes.
hits.
That would be fun to me. Like that if I'm watching this from just like the other rest of the viewers' perspective, I'm interested in that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So what are you at seconds wise? Juice has handed the ball off. I'm at 10 seconds and 20 or 10 minutes and 24 seconds.
I'm at 10:21. The handoff just happened, so
Okay, so
again,
we're
about
a
4
little
seconds
bit.
behind.
Okay.
But that's the same. But it's been consistent.
So
That's been the same thing.
let's try to link this completely. I'm gonna
Okay.
pause this at 10 minutes and 45 seconds, and then
Okay. At 45. Oh wow, we're that far behind. Okay.
yeah.
I'm
So
gonna pause at 45 when I get there.
I just got there.
Hold on. All right, and I am there.
Okay, so right now you see Juice's or Saints contain, Saints whole
Conductor.
defensive plays. Yeah, you see all that shit. I'm at 10 minutes, 45 seconds on the 11, 3rd and 9, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go ahead and count it down from 3,
Okay.
and then we will both click the bar on go.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, cool. So let's see.
All right, 3rd and 9 right now. Jordan Love trying to see what will be available. We had the trips on the left side now with that motion over. Double drags, instead sets up the inside route, and that's a touchdown. Tying
Beautiful.
things up here.
Beautiful.
Great throw to Elijah Arroyo, who is really underrated, I think, in terms of the TBA tight ends. We've had a number of monster ones. Of course, Ricky Bobby is 6'8" freak who didn't deserve to be the number 1 overall pick 2 years ago. He's among that group. My guy is whatever Jarrett does, force feeding his dumb tight end, right? But Elijah Arroyo sneakily been a really consistent guy for the Buccaneers offense for the last 3 seasons now.
Yeah, great for the Buccaneers, bad for my parlay prop bets because he wasn't one of them, Joe. So we can care less about him, and let's hope that the next touchdown is one of our props hitting.
All right, knotted up 7-7. Saints returning on their second possession here, midway. Well, I guess not midway. We're now 1 minute left in the first quarter. This has been, I think, a staple of both how the Buccaneers tend to play, and I think within the NFC South, like you mentioned earlier, Ron, how these teams have played each other so many times now that there's only been 2 possessions, despite how high-scoring things have been in this Madden cycle. I think it's very interesting, and we'll have to see if Josh Allen continues his way, looking to be at least a run setup. Juice's run defense, I think, one of the better ones in the entire league, and doesn't really have any fancy frills with it, but maybe not an actual run here with the mesh concept. Triangle wide open. That's going to be effectively a first down, sitting at 2nd and 2 here as we tick down the end of the first quarter. I think Saints has been making all the right reads, right? I mean, that's more or less what you want to have, especially when you are in the dominant position right now and the way that this number 7 seed has been playing.
Yeah, and kind of going back to Juice's defense, I did happen to check around the league of stats wise. He's right outside offensively of the top 10 in pretty much every category, but inside the top 7, I believe, in every defensive category. So Saints is going to have to take what he can get, especially like you said, with them playing each other 2 times a year, and with Juice being so dominant on defense this year. I think Saints is playing well. To kind of keep this game close and make all the right decisions, even if they're not the big plays.
That PA boot flow was on the correct hash, just didn't really yielding anything as you had the unorthodox coverage that Juice ends up throwing. So 3rd and 1 here. Again, time ticking down in the first quarter. Maybe the presumed Josh Allen run. No, instead, the halfback direct snap, which has been prominent in Mutt. I feel like anytime I'm playing against Michael Vick right now, that's shut down. That's 4th and 2, and you have a decision to make. Right now, it feels like anytime you punt, you're effectively turning the ball over. You would be this would be your 1 4th down chance if you are the Saints to go ahead and go for this. But if you don't make it, it's putting Juice in a really good spot. And again, Juice gets the ball in the second half as well, too. And there you go. You're seeing the decision being made. And it's going to be a punt from the Saints, and Juice gets the ball, we would presume, at least with no turnovers or shenanigans, here to begin the second quarter. Real quick, doesn't look like we're doing any fakes, right? No crazy stuff happening here. And there is, and that is the first down.
Oh, no way.
Oh,
That's
my
some big
goodness.
balls. That's some big balls. You're seeing some old school Sean Payton Saints take risk in big games.
Punt safe man, and it still ends up yielding a first down. What is the point of this coverage if it doesn't actually stop the run play? Normally,
Yeah,
I'm shifting
nobody
at
was
least
close.
one of the guys over, right? Yeah, but even if I shifted one of those guys over, it wouldn't have made a difference whatsoever. Saints converts on that 4th and 2. The halfback direct snap didn't work. The punt fake does, and here we go. Boy, it looks like that would be a great spot for a seam throw. We'll see if Josh Allen can. Pressure coming down in on that, and ends up completing a massive pass to Devin Culp. We always talk about Josh Allen as one of the trade acquisitions of near the trade deadline, but Culp, quietly a part of that one, a big deal with the Colts, ends up being, a 30-ish yard gain on that one, his second 20-plus yard reception of this contest, and Saints right in position to go ahead and score it again at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, being somebody before that trade that had to face Josh Allen twice a year, I can tell you that this guy... Oh, and that's a huge interception.
Wow. The route was red, clearly. Juice jumps that out route there, weaves around Josh Allen, and he sticks his way into the end zone. So converting off that punt return, or the fake punt, doesn't end up doing anything for Saints. He has now forfeited that chance. And here you go. Buccaneers up 14-7. Saints getting their third possession coming up here. Great user play. It felt like that route was obvious. And Juice is able to jump it. There you go. Massive touchdown. Great stick work to weave around Josh Allen.
Wow.
What a big momentum change, too.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take some guilt on that throw because I think I just announced or jinxed this guy while he was throwing with Josh Allen there. But yeah, wow. What a turn of events right there. It feels like those 4th down conversions and especially the fake punt is wasted.
Yeah, no kidding. We had a return to the 20-yard line. Looked like he was going to shed about 4 people. Thankfully, the animation gods were not in the favor on that one. And Saints trying to reel from this one. Turnovers is really the big part of any Madden game in 2026. Like, if you just win the turnover battle, even if it's 1-0, you've gotten one more possession over somebody else. The user play being a big deal as well, too, and Juice jumping out first to that equation. This is a great cover 3 beater. We'll have to see if that's actually what Juice is calling here. The stick switch over to the right side ends up not making much of a difference. That's a good 22-yard completion. And once again, Saints on the march. Not to pun necessarily, but near the 50-yard line on their third possession of the first half.
Joe, what's your take on the switch stick on defense? It's something that I haven't personally used. I do hear that it can do some great things, and I hear some people just prefer not to use it. What's your take?
Yeah, I mean, if I do it, it's because I accidentally fat thumbed something. I mean, I think it's a really good thing to have in your arsenal. I think the best players in TBA and certainly the best players in Madden really have control of that concept, and it's one that got to practice. Certainly, I like when there's more skill involved. In it, not just here's whatever busted play I can go ahead and call. I'm off to see if this stretch play is one of them. Juice contains that edge with that corner. Not many people are using the slot corner, and that goes back to what you've been mentioning, Ron, where these teams have played each other so often they kind of know what they're looking at. But to the switch stick part of things, the best players are capable of using that as a weapon. I think what I have seen mostly from TBA is you're kind of just guessing, and I don't mind that, especially with how bad defense is anyway. Might as well just throw a guess out there and see if I can get lucky. But it's not really used in the same way I would imagine a lot of the really skillful Madden players have been doing. We'll have to see as Josh Allen ends up motioning a receiver over for the bubble. That wasn't part of the play. I think it was either an audible play or whatever else, but that bubble wide open. We saw Juice have a bubble that worked as well, too, in a trio set on the right side earlier in this game when he got his first touchdown of the contest. That one's good for a first down. Again, Saban crosses the 50-yard line now at the 40-yard line for the Saints. The third possession, third time they've gotten into Buccaneers territory as we creep closer to the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. And I don't know. I mean, the way that Saints has played this one, that aggressive fake punt that ends up getting the first down, you kind of wonder if he's going to chew clock more or less, making deliberate decisions. And I think that's part of why we're seeing a few more of these RPOs being used right now, 2nd and 3 for the Saints on this possession.
Yeah, it almost feels like Saints has a game plan. He's, not necessarily running the ball, but he's sticking to short passes. he is sticking to the RPO plays, but also too, I mean, Josh Allen's so good in the play action that,
Hmm.
I mean, once he does the play action, I'm sure it's going to be a big gain. So we're going to see what happens here. I feel like also too, Joe, that a lot of the short yardage, what we've noticed from Saints specifically is just RPOs in general. So Juice needs to
Well, it's
figure
because
out
the
a
run
way.
game isn't working, right? I mean, like the run Juice's run game, I think, is one of the better ones in the league. We have seen that Maryland formation in particular be such a dominant one for a lot of people. Jameer Gibbs being a factor, Von Achance being able to do that. We've seen the Colts have a lot of different situations where they're using the Maryland one. Uh, Not working there. That was a clear. Let's call this play. Audibles to Maryland doesn't work now. 3rd and 2 setup, very critical one because again, Buccaneers get the ball to start the second half. You have the crossing route going across to the right side, wide open with the double man coverage there. You want to make sure that the tight end's been covered. Devin Culp's been a big factor in this one, but unfortunately, Saban is open on that dagger route. Massive first down. And again, Saints down position to effectively bleed out a lot of what can happen in this first half. And in 10-yard line, I mean, this is going to be a good spot to see what Josh Allen does. Again, tight end being a big factor of this. We've seen Gore, the running back, be a little bit more involved from a passing perspective. And Josh Allen, well, nothing seems to be open. The running back might be there.
Oh my
It
goodness.
was. It was there for Juice. He doesn't stay in the route. Why would you throw it anyway? I don't know. I wouldn't have thought the same thing. Ends up being a perfectly timed tackle animation on the sack that makes the throw go off target, and escaping a turnover once again is the Saints. In 2nd and 10 could have been another interception opportunity for Juice, who already has 1 pick six in this game. The crossing route comes to the left side, very quick throw there, and 3rd and 8, about 2 minutes left. I'll be willing to bet, Ron, that this probably goes down close to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, if I'm Saints here, I'm getting the ball at half. You let this go down to the 2 minute
No.
warning.
The Buccaneers getting the ball at the half.
Oh my goodness. Where have I
Yeah,
been? Where have I been this whole
that's why I
time?
want to. That's why I want to slide this clock down a little bit more. I feel like
Yeah,
teams
I
have
think either
delivered a
way
bunch of
he's got to
choices.
slide it down. But yeah, going back to that first down play, Saints needs a. We've seen a couple in errant throws here. He needs to be a little bit more careful because I think he got lucky that Juice wasn't able to animate to that guy. So
I was going to say, I think that it was an errant throw was lucky itself, because if that was on target, if the pressure doesn't get there, that's another pick. We should have had one on the very first drive as well, too. So you could count that on your hand right now. We're at 1, 2, 3. Should have been picks. Only one that Juice has actually been able to have. Will that make an impact as the game progresses? We'll kind of have to see here as we have 3rd and 8. The 2-minute warning did hit. I understand we have we have rules that would make it so you're not supposed to chew clock. There are situational advantages to that. We're playing real football as much as we are playing a video game too. So I understand why we have the return route on the left side, the post route there too. Very clearly concept driven here, even though it doesn't necessarily work when Juice has the defense the way he always has. And again, 3rd and 8 here, the switch tick happening over
oh my
open on that
goodness.
left side. That's a touchdown. What a great play. What the patience to find that route. That felt like it was like the 3rd or 4th read. Rolls to the right, comes back to the left. Touchdown for Matt Gore, the running back, and Saints now tied. I think 21-21 with Juice getting the ball. I'm sorry, 14-14, Juice getting the ball here with the 2-minute warning pass, but all 3 timeouts yet to go.
I mean, that's a Josh Allen play. I mean, you don't have
Yeah.
Josh Allen or Pat Mahomes. You don't make that play. I've seen
Lamar
it many
Jackson.
times before. Yeah, Lamar Jackson. I mean, that's all Josh Allen. But Frank Gore, the Hall of Famer from the Niners' nephew, does get the touchdown there. So
Oh,
shout out to him.
there you go. So you're telling me that Justin Herbert can't do that? I know you've been having him on the trade block for like 3 years now. You're sure you don't want to pump up his value at all?
Yeah, I would say no. I've been told multiple times by many people he's just too slow. So there's nothing to pump up. Unfortunately, he's not wearing any Nikes that he can pump up in the front on the tongue.
All right, the kick return gets the 26-yard line. Very critical possession. Theoretically, Juice can double up on this one. However, Saints also has all 3 timeouts as well. We know how impactful that offense has been. Saints have gotten to or past the 50-yard line every one of their possessions. And I don't know, a quick check down here to the running back. Ooh, a little quick little move. I don't think that was a speed burst per se, but Trey Benson gets 9 yards. Very good start to the drive for Juice, who's only had 2 offensive possessions in this half. Remember, he had the pick 6. Had multiple pick opportunities, both being converted into touchdowns, while Benson just shrugs the defensive tackle despite the little creep up by the offensive, absurd by the defensive, my goodness, by the linebacker, and gets the first down with really no reason to go and do so. And keeps that clock moving still. Maybe that would have been a timeout opportunity. I think he's looking for one more completion to settle the offense down a little bit here. And again, passive coverage by the Saints. Quick call with the conductor ability. Yet another check down, and that's going to be out of bounds and first down. Beautiful little shake and bake animations for Juice, who's now sitting very close to the 50-yard line with 56 seconds left.
Yeah, all 3 timeouts left. I mean, you got to go for the touchdown here if you can get it, but obviously you got to get 3 if you don't get there. So Juice needs to be smart with the ball. I don't doubt that he will be, but you got to get some type of points before the half here for Juice.
Another check down there, which is the right call. Ooh, spinning inside. I guess when you have your timeouts, it looks like Juice is not opting to go and do that. Quick no huddles. Tick, 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 tick. I can't do Chris Berman. I won't try, but there you go. 10 seconds off the clock before Jordan Love calls hike. The play action PAC with the crosser. Ooh, nothing there.
Oh!
Nothing there. Throws it behind and ends up being a great completion. I thought that was going to be out of range for that. Ends up being a great call, great timeout as well too. I kind of wonder if you spiked that one, or even if you call timeout beforehand, you had 14 seconds bleed off the clock as Jordan Love was trying to maneuver around, gets the 28-yard line. Great Trey Benson run up the middle, first down. Oh, second and inches. Bad spot by the Madden officials. So quick no huddle once again. I imagine it's going to be another check down the way that Juice has been playing this drive, but he has the receiver on the right side band up. Benson wide open once more. Why not? Let's go ahead and do that. Benson now with 4 catches, 3 on this drive, and Juice with 18 seconds left in scoring position at the 12-yard line. All right, and we have another look here with Jordan Love. I mean, the comeback routes have been a favorite of Juice's at various points this year. You have the motion running back there.
No!
The crossing is open. Oh, gosh, the fumble, and it's still on the ground somehow, some way. The Saints end up getting the recovery, and we can count that one again. That's the 3rd time that Juice has been absolutely bent over from a Madden perspective. The 2 picks that should have been there, especially the user one on the very first drive, that could have at minimum been 3 points for Juice. Gets nothing out of that possession, and Saints potentially in spot to be able to convert on a long field goal. We'll have to see. Oh, my goodness. That's just a heartbreaking fumble. Oh, that's a check down that gets 6 yards for number 7 of the Saints. I've witnessed firsthand, Ron, that you can actually convert a field goal here with just a quick little 10-yard throw. I didn't think that was possible. Juice ends up winning the game on a 62-yard field goal just games ago against me. I don't think the reverse will happen, but, I mean, it's possible, unfortunately. I'm aware.
Yeah, I happen to not see that happen, but I did hear about the scary story in the locker room, and I chose not to watch it. And maybe, like you said, maybe he got some karma for this game.
The halfback direct run has been a prominent one again in the Mutt circles. This ends up being available, but doesn't do a whole lot. Ends up getting, I think, what that ended up being was at the 40-yard line, so about a 15-yard run. Ends the half, though. So Saints 14-14. Realistically, this shouldn't be a contest. If Buccaneers steals at least one of those picks, one of the 2, converts on that, they should be up way ahead. But remember, Juice gets the ball to start the second half. Again, I was wrong on this one, right? Yeah. No. Yeah, Juice gets the ball to start the second half. Okay, good.
Okay, what are you at time-wise?
I'm at 27-14. I just paused at 27-16. He's about to kick it.
All right. For whatever reason, you're delayed again.
How long? How bad?
Like 2 seconds. So like,
okay, that's fine.
I'll mess with some settings some more, but I don't think that this is gonna happen tomorrow when we're live. When it's live,
Okay.
because we're gonna be
Yeah.
watching the same thing, and they're gonna be again watching my stream. So
Right.
I don't think this is happening. I don't know why yours is slowing down, but it's like 2 or 3 seconds. So right now I'm at.
It just sounded impactful enough. I don't think it's okay.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, unless Corey wants to be a dick and is like, "You're behind, Joe." He'd be the only one that I know that would be like complaining and say something. But I think this is fine, dude. I think this is good. I don't know if you want to do the second half, but
No. I think we're good enough.
I think we're good.
Hungry. I gotta eat some food.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for your prop stuff. I will write them down. I will have that ready by tomorrow. I will reach out to Saints and let Saints know that I am gonna need him to, when he starts his stream, to send me it.